Hi, everyone. It's April the 11th, Saturday morning. Another day for us to stay home here in Vero Beach. As you can see, I'm in my condominium in my studio here. Didn't have to go out. I don't have to go to work. It's all compact right here in my guest room. Our forecast for today for Vero Beach is mostly cloudy. Currently, it's about 71 degrees. The high today will be about 80. So it looks like it's going to be a fairly nice day, about a 10% chance of rain. Now let's get straight into the numbers, and here we go. So first, let's take a look at Indian River County, where we are. And Indian River County, oh my goodness, this is so much better. Let's double check and make sure we have the right numbers here. There we go. Okay, Indian River County. Yesterday, we had 3 new cases. The previous day is missing, so I'm not sure what the story is there. But let's just take a look at the trend, so to speak. So I got to put my glasses on here. Sorry, guys. So on the 31st of March, we had 8 cases. And then on the 2nd of April, we had 6. And then on the 5th, we had 5. And then we come down here and we had 4 on the 8th. And yesterday, we had 3. As we say, the trend is your friend. So hopefully we're doing very well there. 1 death reported yesterday, 17 hospitalized, 8 non-residents, 62 positive residents. Let's take a look at the total state rate now. 17,968 total cases, 17,448 for positive residents. Hospitalized, 2,496, and we had a total deaths of 419 as of yesterday. Again, let's take a look at the trend. So we had 1,300 up here, and that would have been on the 3rd of April. And then the next little spike going down was on the 6th, and that was 1,200 cases. Then we'll move down to this spike, and it was April the 9th, and that was 1,100. And yesterday we were 874. So, as again we say, the trend is your friend. Let's move down to Dade County. Dade County is Miami, for you folks who don't live around here. 84 deaths reported totally so far. 494 hospitalized, 56 non-residents, 6,244 positive residents. Again, the trend is looking relatively good. So you go back to the peak, that was April the 3rd, and then the next peak was April the 6th, but was a little less. That was only 504, and the earlier day, April the 3rd, was 533. Then they keep coming down, and then we take a look at yesterday, it's 358. We all know that 0 is the right number, but a lesser number from previous days is a good number. Okay, let's move on to Broward County. Again, I report to you folks that don't live here but come down here and spend a couple of months here and don't really understand where our counties are. Broward County is just north of Dade County. Broward County is Fort Lauderdale. Dade County is Miami. Broward County has a total of 72 deaths, 371 hospitalized, 71 residents, positive 2,604. I don't like this one because it did spike up. Look at this, 176, and the previous day they had 129. So not happy with you guys. So you're going to have to get it together a little bit better. Come on, you can do better than that. And let's pop up to Palm Beach County. '79 deaths in Palm Beach County total, 246 currently hospitalized, 44 residents, 1,387 positive residents. And they fell down, and that's good. Going down is very good here. So on the 10th, they had 64. The previous day, that would be on the 9th, they had 126. And then their biggest peak was 146, and that came on April the 2nd. So you notice all these things were happening around the end of March and the beginning of April. And then we have a little bit of the Rocky Mountain stuff going on here, but I'm pretty pleased with this 64. I keep saying 0 is the right number, but 64 is certainly better than 126. That's Palm Beach County. So let's move up to Martin County. Martin County is Stewart, 3 deaths, 25 hospitalized, 3 non-residents, 112 residents. And they had a really good day on the 9th. But then yesterday, they popped up to 6. We were hoping this was going to continue. But again, if you take a look at the trend here, again, back on the 6th of April, there were 18 reported cases. And then it fell down to where we are at 4 on the 10th. And there was 6 on the 8th. So we're doing okay, but we can do a little bit better. That it would be Martin County. Now let's go to St. Lucie County. St. Lucie County is Fort Pierce. Total reported deaths of 6, 42 hospitalized, 2 non-residents, 144 positive residents, and their trend is looking good. Once again, they had a peak of 19, and that was on April the 3rd. They had another little spike there on April the 6th of 17. Then they popped down to 12 on April the 7th, and then on April the 9th, they were at 12. And yesterday, they were at 4. Good job, guys. Just keep doing what you're doing, but do it better because we want 0 days. Now, I want to go up to Brevard County. And Brevard County is Melbourne, and that's just north of us here at Indian River County. 2 deaths reported up there, 33 hospitalized, 6 non-residents. Total of positive 115. They spiked up again. So look at them. They are up at 10 as of yesterday. And the previous day they were at 5. And then they had the other peaks over here. On the 6th, they had 13. And on the 3rd, they had 14. So if you go down along the peaks, such as we are here, the peaks are falling, but they had a couple of really good days in there, and then they spiked up again yesterday. Now let's move up to Orange County. Orange County is Orlando. They report 12 deaths, 119 hospitalized, 52 non-residents, and 850 positive residents. Their trend is looking pretty good too. They had 117 back on April the 1st, and then they dropped down here to 81, and they dropped down here to 70, and then on the 9th they were at 45, and now 27 as of yesterday. So Orange County, Orlando, you're coming along, guys. Just keep doing what you're doing. Again, I keep reminding you folks that these numbers, the only number that is really a great solid number is this 419. The deaths, a death certificate has to be filed with the state and so forth, and therefore that is a really good number, and they have to be, there's a procedure that they have to follow very carefully. That number is solid. The rest of these numbers, they're not artificial, they're not guesses, they're real numbers, but they lag sometimes by as much as 10 days. So some of these little strange anomalies going on here may not be exactly what happened at exactly that day. The most important place we can look for our state is over here, and we've already done this. We had, look where we are. We're down. This looks like a little bit of a trend coming down here. All right, let's pop up to take a look at the big numbers up here. U.S. cases, 501,615. U.S. deaths, 18,777. Global cases, 1,709,014. And global deaths, 103,536. So no number is 0 is the right number. You know that. We keep saying that. But here's the most important thing, folks. We're coming up on Easter. Easter's tomorrow, and I know all of you want to, well, you know, it's Easter. We can got to get something, got to get that leg of lamb or something like that and go over to grocery store and pick up our groceries. And you don't need to take the whole family out. Come on, go into if you need to get out, go into your backyard, but don't associate with anybody else. So if you're going to go to the grocery store, you have to go to the grocery store. One person goes to the grocery store. Be careful about cleaning up those bags when you bring them home. Remember, this virus hangs out a lot on cardboard, so be careful about those things. Wash your hands a lot after you go out when you come back. Do all the things. You hear this all the time. I don't need to tell you. I just want to constantly remind you to please be vigilant, because we want this thing to go away sooner rather than later. We don't want to keep doing this. It's killing the economy, absolutely, totally killing the economy. And, it's not good for your paycheck either. A lot of you, some of you have jobs that the jobs aren't there anymore. Look at the restaurants. The restaurants are in terrible shape. Even though a lot of these guys are doing their takeouts and all that sort of thing, it's still, their numbers are way, way down. A lot of restaurants will never open again just because of what's going on right now. And it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Personally, I don't see this letting up a great deal until sometime probably towards the middle to the end of the month, if we're lucky. And I hope I'm totally wrong. So remember, tomorrow's Easter. We can celebrate tomorrow, but let's try to do a really good job today, one day at a time. Be a part of the solution and not part of the problem. Have a really great day.